Cool. Hello, 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 and welcome. Today I am joined by my beautiful bunch of drop weight guides. Now, what does that mean? Well, I've got this program. Well, I've actually got these drops called drop weight drops, and we've got programs that are around drop weight releases. And I have these beautiful souls that I thought I would bring on here on the spur of the moment. They have not had time to prepare, so they're just being them. And I wanted to introduce you because they all have something remarkable to share. And they don't think they're remarkable, but I do know they're remarkable. And so basically, I thought we'd get on here for a quick chat about why they love doing what they do, as in working in natural health or health anyway, and why they've decided to jump on board with me on this wonderful journey of helping people release weight and feel so much better about themselves. I know for me, the thing I love about it is seeing people shift and change and the lightness about them, not just weight, but everything about them lightens up. And that for me is the biggest joy anyone could have for a so called work, because I don't really see this as work. It's just a continuation of my life. And so consequently, I thought I'd bring them on board, and I'm going to spring on who's going first. So basically here I have Melissa next to me on my screen. I don't know whether she's next to on everyone else's. So Melissa, I'm going to spring on you. Hello, Melissa, and welcome from America.
Yes.
So
Yeah. So
please share with us a
I'm
little
coming
bit about you.
I'm coming to you from Phoenix, Arizona. So we're in our beautiful time of year, just like you all are in New Zealand. And I am passionate about helping people get to the emotional reasons that are often at the base of why we have trouble releasing weight and getting control. So, joining this group and being able to also help offer Karen's wonderful drops, if that's what you're taking, and the anti-inflammatory foods as tools to be able to help you get to the point where you can look at those emotional things that are feeding into eating habits and difficulty losing weight.
That's fantastic, Melissa. So can you share a little bit about your background as to what makes you want to do this work? Because I know you've been in the industry, the health
Mhm.
industry, for a long time.
Yes. I have been in what I jokingly call the sick care system for 20 years, teaching people how to be better at being sick in whatever their chronic conditions are. So I have been a case manager in the medical system in the US for over 20 years. And it's about 7 or 8 years ago, I was like, this is just, I'm tired of sick care. I want to teach people how to be healthy. And that's when I started my journey into learning about food as medicine and becoming a functional nutritionist as well as my RN
Oh,
degree.
that's great.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's great to have a functional nutritionist amongst us. And I was very blessed to meet you when you came over to New Zealand. It must be 6, 7 years ago.
It's 2019 when we met. Yep.
Yeah,
So this fall
yeah.
it'll.
So yeah, so we've been in contact on and off ever since. And since then we met again last year, which was such a delight to have you back in little old pie here on your travels. So it's so cool. So
Right.
it's wonderful to have you with us.
Mhm. It's wonderful to be here. Feel brings me back. I love New Zealand. I've been there 3 times. I can never get enough of it. So I feel like my heart is back where it belongs.
Well, hopefully
Right.
you'll come and join us sooner rather than later, which will
Yes.
be great. So thank you so much, Melissa, for sharing a little bit about what you bring to the party. Okay, so who am I going to pick next? Julia, next, please. Now, many of you have seen Julia on if you've been in any of our challenges, she's been part of the group. And so everyone will know a little bit about Julia. But Julia, would you like to share what you're about and why you want to be joining us as part of the guides of Drop Weight Drops?
So I met Karen over 12 years ago when I had chronic adrenal fatigue. And she just appeared from nowhere. I don't know how I made contact with Karen, and I recovered from my chronic adrenal fatigue. I kept exercising harder, eating better, and putting on more weight and feeling more tired. Through Karen's programs, I regained my health, I regained my energy. Then over the years, kind of drifted apart, then had an injury that had me having to rest my leg, which meant I put on weight. I put on over 25 kg. Somehow, magically, again, I came across Karen, started her low inflammatory program, then onto the carnivore program, have lost the majority of that weight. But what's amazing is I've regained so much energy. I never energy slump in the afternoon. I go out dancing all night. I've got so much energy like I'm back in my early 20s. It's insane. What I love about this program is there's the weight loss, but it's that gaining the energy. Like, you shouldn't have aches and pains. Why is that a thing? There shouldn't be the health problems. Like, we're so
Yeah.
full of health and energy eating this way on the Vitality programs. I also work as a medium, as a lot of you will know, which means that I'm able to tune into whether you are reactive to a food or not, although I do like you to take that test for yourselves instead of leaving it up to just asking me. But also then, do you need more of the weight drops? Do you need less of them? Do you need something else that Karen has to offer with her herbal remedies? So I'm able to give you the doses and remedies for those. And secretly, I know you're cheating on the program. So if you tell Karen you're doing everything you're supposed to, and I know you're not, maybe I won't call you out. I might just DM you. But if there's anything that you guys need in regards to that, and it might be that it's not a food thing that's not having that weight drop happen. So if it's an emotional thing, if it's a spiritual thing, I'm able to tune into that and really nut down on that and get to the nuts and bolts of it for you so you can progress on the program.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And it's been such a gift. I know many clients have asked you a few things, some of them not to do with the program. And the thing is that Julia will only answer questions in the groups and things about the program, because the other things you might want to know from her are out of that remit, and she can find out for you, but you might have to do one-on-one if you're really interested. In actual fact, these lovely ladies all do one-on-one consultations. And so if you are needing some support, some help that's outside of asking questions in the group, then get in contact with them and you can organize a time. So thanks, Julia. That's fantastic. That's just a little bit of Julia. So Ray, I know you've got to get going, so I'm going to bring you up next. So Ray and I have been on this journey a little while. So Ray, would you like to share a little bit about your genius, please, lovely?
Sure, and thanks so much for having me in here as part of this little collection that we have here of beautiful women wanting to make a difference in other people's lives, right? So I think our journey started a few years ago where we saw the value in what you were offering. And we we collaborated for a little while on, with the beginnings of the program to start off with, because I work alongside my business partner, Patsy. So if any of you ladies that start to come in, see go looking, because everyone likes to go looking at who they're possibly, being guided by, you'll see that I do work alongside a business partner, Patsy, and we are the co-founders of the Peace Revolution. And so we started doing a little bit of work with Karen because we saw the value, in the programs that she offers. And we too did start our journey as weight loss coaches, believe it or not, about 5 years ago now. And as we started to step into the realm of weight loss, we really started to see that weight loss is really the band-aid of what's going on deeper emotionally for a lot of the women that we, are here to help. So that took ourselves into the mindset. And the mindset is rather an interesting piece of our human experience that we all live through. And so Patsy and I and myself especially being involved in this group personally, I would like to be of value by bringing the asset through of you actually discovering who you are as a person. Because when the layers start to shred and the weight starts to fall, we don't recognize ourselves any longer. And we actually start to become a new identity. So myself, I specialize in helping you be able to be in your identity before you're in your own new identity. And that doesn't make sense right now. For some of you it will, for others it won't, but it'll get you stepping into curiosity of what that means. And so part of what I do is conscious creation. So I get you to start feeling and embodying the person that you're going to become on this journey. But I'm going to give you the ability to actually have it now and choose it now, which will then create the safety that you require to be all of you when you're how many or so kilos lighter than
Yeah.
of what your goal is to become.
Yeah. You see that a lot, don't you, with when we drop weight, and and very often when we drop weight and we have this nagging feeling in the back of our minds that it's going to come back on because we haven't totally embodied that new person, that person that has been waiting to get out all this time. But basically, yeah, that makes so much sense. That's fantastic. Very concise, that one, Ray. You've got it
We
really.
need to be her now. It's a be it to
Yeah.
see it operation. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of skill set in this room. And there's a lot of individual helping aspects. So I would say, like Karen said before, if you want something a little more aligned with where you're at, then reach out individually. But as a collective, we're all here to answer your questions in regards to where you're at, where you're all at on this journey. So I'm pleased to be here and be a part of the guiding team. So thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you, Ray, for joining us. It's fantastic. I know you've busy schedule and all that.
That's okay. I can stay for another 10, so I'm here if it, for a little bit longer.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Ray. Okay, and last but absolutely by no means least, Sarah.
Thank you. So where am I at? I met Karen 2.5 years ago when I first listened to an RCR interview, and listening, the key thing was not all superfoods are everyone's superfoods. And suddenly everything just went ping, ping, ping. All of the struggles I'd had, yes, the weight goes, but then it comes back on and worse, and I thought, oh my God, it just made sense. So I reached out and I joined Karen's Fast Track to Health program. And 2.5 years later, I'm pretty much carnivore. and I have never felt better. I recently reached level 51, and I think I have more energy and vibrancy than I had in my late 20s and early 30s. And it resonates with me because what Karen does is looks for the health in it. It's the health first. And my training as a craniosacral therapist, we're not looking for what's wrong. We're looking for the health and bringing it back to the surface, bringing it back to the areas that need some attention. And my specialty really there is to hold that space for the body to heal. And I think I hold that space for people in other ways as well. So I do a number of different things, but really I'm there to answer questions, to support, to encourage, to inform, pass on the things I've learned, because I also know what it's like to get stuck. I had a few months there, I called it the praying mantis, 71, 72, 71, 72. And I know what that feels like. And I know the feeling of wanting to throw things out the window, including my scales. So I get it. And I really truly believe that the body heals itself when it's given the right terrain. And a huge part of that is the stresses and toxic elements we expose ourselves to, from EMF to ointments on your skin. So for me, it's about simplicity and going back to basics. And quite often it's about less rather than more. Have less stuff on your skin, less stuff on your surfaces, less stuff in your bedroom and in your headspace. And yeah, my specialty is to support people in that. So I'm really honoured to be here and to have been learning from Karen for the last 2.5 years.
Don't forget the frequencies that you use.
And the frequencies, yes, of course. So I also do the biofeedback frequencies with the Genius, and that is just mind-blowing. It helped me. I remember at the beginning I thought, oh no, I don't like this. And it helped me tremendously. And yeah, so I offer that as part of the program, but also separately we can dive deeper as well. So again, like everyone else, we're there to help in relation to the program, but we're also available offline when you want to dive a bit deeper, or if you want to come and see me in the Manawatu.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I think, all of us are really passionate about helping you if you want to drop weight. And like you say, basically, if we look at weight, I just see weight, personally, I see weight as a symptom of our body is not happy. There is something going on that it's not happy about. And so if you can look at it at that, it's so much easier to actually not beat yourself up because you put on weight, is actually looking, right, okay, what does my body actually need? And like you say, Sarah, it is simplicity.
Yeah.
Health
And
is
also,
the simplest thing.
the other really, really big thing is that it is layers and layers of healing. And so sometimes your body will stop releasing because it's doing something else that's more important, and it's about understanding that, and that letting go of the weight is actually just a really beautiful side effect of gaining the health.
Yes, absolutely. That's 100% the ethos behind the programs, because the programs have been around for, it'll be 16 years this year, and we've had hundreds, if not thousands, of people on the programs, on the drops and the other things that we've got alongside them. And it is basically the people who do the best long term keep things simple. You don't have to stay on a program for the rest of your life or anything like that, but it's actually learning about what lights you up rather than what we're told lights us up, if you see what I mean. So basically we get told this is the next superfood, and I've been, in the 40 odd years I've been working in the health industry, the amount of superfoods that I've been introduced to, that I've been told is the be all and end all of everything. And For some, it can be. You know, for example, noni juice. I don't know if you guys remember noni juice. Noni juice was supposedly the thing that's going to cure all cancers. It's going to do all this. For some, it just made them sick. So it's actually finding out what foods are your superfoods. I know for me, the foods that my superfood is steak. That's my superfood. It's what makes me feel the best. It's what makes me function with energy that I'd never had when I was younger. I mean, like Julia, I had chronic fatigue in my 20s, and I was always looking for answers. And that's what's led me on this journey. And I know for everyone, there's always been, we've gone through various different stages in our lives that have made us go, I need to find an answer for this. And I think we've all been there. You know, we've all struggled with our health in one way, shape, or form. And our weight has been a indicator that something's not right. And so that's what I love about being surrounded by beautiful souls like these lovely ladies, is the fact that we can learn off one another, and none of us know everything, but all of us have a piece to the puzzle. And that is absolutely a wonderful thing to be surrounded by, is people who can put a piece to the puzzle in for us. And so, right, so this was going to be a short video, so that, and unless anyone else has anything else you would like to add, if you would like to join our drop weight releases, we have a platform, and below this video I will put the platform link. If there's a particular beautiful soul on this screen, I will put their links in to the below the screen too, and so you can click on it if you would like to have a chat with them. So ladies, send me your details that you want people to contact you on, and I'll put it in the post. And so, who were you going to say something else, Sarah?
I just want to allude to what Julia said. It's really valid, is that, you know, we don't need to be having aches and pains. And a lot of what we peel back is that with the right terrain and the right nutrition, your body will feel great, because that's what it's meant to do. And it's actually the programming that tells us, oh, between this age and that age, your knees are going to go, and you're going to have this, and menopause is hell on earth, and da-di-da. It's all part of a plan, and it's all programming, and we don't need to accept that. We can actually accept health.
Yeah, mine is always, just because it's common doesn't mean it's normal.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's a brilliant way of putting it. I love that. Just because it's common doesn't mean it's normal. I 100% agree with that. And so I just
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, it's really about taking that leap of faith as well. So, I mean, I talk to so many people about this program, but then they accept their aches and pains, and they're getting old and their knees should hurt. And I'm like, no, that's not the way it should be. But it's really about trusting and just taking that leap. Like I said, the amount of energy I have with no afternoon slumps, it's insane. And to not take that chance on your health just seems so silly to me now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a great place to finish on. Thank you, beautiful souls. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm looking forward to this journey together. Thank you.
Thank you. See you.
Bye.